We are reenacting a court case that appears in the Gemara Bava Metzia, this big thick volume called Bava Metzia, in the Talmud Bavli on page, what does it say for the page number?
35.
35. And it's a very famous Gemara. And we have a representative, you didn't come before the court, because what happened? Tell us what happened. You're giving it to the rabbi.
I give it to my jury, to my rabbi to hold it for me,
And you go-
I have to go.
You go home. Then you come back a week later and go to the rabbi.
And I come back, and rabbi, I need my jewelry back. I have a wedding, I have to go.
I don't remember where I put it. Sorry.
But I need my jewelry.
Come to the court case. Who are you coming to? You're coming to Rav Nachman.
Yeah. Hi.
Welcome to my court case, to my courtroom.
Okay.
What happened?
I gave to rabbi to hold it my jewelry. Now he doesn't know where is it.
Are you paying her?
Mm.
Really? You have to give good excuses. You don't listen to me. I'm angry at you. So you say, do you have any real estate?
Yeah.
I think we have pictures of two houses that you own. One is called the Padna, a palace, and one is called, like they have right out here, like a tent, they have a little shed. But for the jewelry of gold, we're gonna let you get the keys, take out the keys, I confiscate the house and I give it to her. Are you happy? You're gonna end up in a palace.
I'm okay.
Okay, now what happens is, after a week or two, you end up and you say, oh, I found it, I found the jewelry.
Oh, I found it. So, yeah.
And not only that, but in a week or 2 weeks, this is gold, and everybody knows what's happening to gold now. More than real estate.
Yeah, more than real estate, yes.
So
real
you
estate
really-
down,
you-
gold it up.
Correct. So you really want me to tell you, keep the gold. And you say,
No, I will, I will back.
and I'm Rav Nachman. And if we look at page 35A, you get your jewelry back. Please give it to her.
Can I have it?
And you're unhappy because you're giving her something that went up in price. You sit down next to your husband, showing the beautiful jewelry, and you are angry at me because you really wanted to keep the jewelry. And you find a good lawyer. The good lawyer is Emil. Emil, you know who Emil is? Emil Bachman.
Okay.
Now he was busy today, but hopefully you're going to get him next week to represent you. In the Gemara, his name is Rava. And Rava comes up with a question in my courtroom. He says, and this is the only parak, you know, the Talmud is very big, it's at least 20 big volumes.
Wow.
And this is the only chapter that's listed that gives that name is recorded in the whole Shas. This name is called Perek HaMafkid, and his argument begins, and I tried talking to him yesterday. He says, this is page 35. On page 34, am I right? Yeah. Right over here, can you focus, please? Are you focusing? What does it say? What word do you see here? The name of the Perek.
Hamafkid.
Hamafkid. It begins on 33b. A very intricate argument, a very intricate case about Shomer. Does anybody help us? How many different types of Shomer are there?
4.
Loud.
4.
And where is this recorded? In what parasha in Chumash?
Mishpatim.
There are 6 sentences in Mishpatim that describe the responsibilities of Shomer.
What's been showing me?
A guardian.
A watchman.
Guardian.
She entrusted him. Did she pay him to watch? No. He did her a favor. He's called the Shomer Chinam. Chinam means he did it for nothing.
Free.
For free.
Free. Basically, after this experience, the least you will do is you will never take anything without getting paid for it. You will say, I want to get paid to watch it. And that is called by what name?
Shomer Sachar.
Louder.
Shomer Sachar.
And this is listed again in Parashas Mishpatim, where he even has more responsibility. Last week, you can look at a video which is called The Roar of the Lion. That if a lion comes and wants to grab the jewelry away from you, even the Shomer Chinam has to try to protect it from a lion. We have it in that video we did last week. Then just to make the picture focused, then there's the socher, a renter. When you rent a car from Hertz, Avis, I don't want to give them too much publicity, but you have certain responsibilities.
Yeah.
Technically, if you say, well, I parked it on Ocean Parkway and it was stolen, you get away with that. You don't have to pay them. But if you're honest and you say, well, I double parked and I left the key in the engine and I ran into Davin, and when I came out, 20 minutes later it was gone. Is that good? Is that a good excuse?
No.
That is called, again, pshia.
Yeah.
And
Negligence.
negligence, excellent. And the last of the shomer is called the shoel. And
Borrower.
a borrower. Okay. Now, the first Mishnah, which you have all week to look at, because it's a very difficult Mishnah, and they start teaching this to kids in the 7th grade. This is a very popular chapter to teach kids. So you can learn it in the 7th grade, you can learn it in the 8th grade, but every time you learn it, you'll learn something new. Talmud is like a well, a very deep well. First is the surface, then you go a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper, and every year you learn it, you go deeper and deeper. Here, he was a shomer chinam. He could have come up to you and said, it was stolen from me. Since you didn't pay him any money, that's a good excuse for him. It was stolen from me, but you can demand from him a shvur, an oath. And if it was really stolen, a regular person would make the oath. But a chassid, and we were making you a chassid, he says, I don't want to swear by God's name, so I'd rather pay you the money. What's the consequence? If he pays you the money, and by some miracle they find the thief will pay you. Say the English word for kefil?
Fine.
Double.
Double.
So possibly, he takes a gamble. He paid you off, but if they find the thief, and he happens to be a rich man, the thief will end up paying him double.
Can benefit from
You can.
Yeah.
But in New
For
York,
yourself, for
in
yourself.
New York, they don't find thieves.
The probability is not so high.
Okay, now we're introducing just one more sentence in this parasha of Mishpatim, talking about she could have entrusted you with a cow. You were going away on vacation, you asked the rabbi, hang on to my cow. He comes up and says, somebody stole it from my barn. That thief out there with the mask, he's running away with the cow, you see him? And again, she can demand from you an oath, and you say, I'm not swearing. By some miracle, they catch the thief with the cow. And not only they catch him, they catch him because he's making a barbecue. And he invited all his friends. And they invited you to make a bracha. Just like they invited the chief rabbi in England to make the bracha. And you say, I'm making a bracha, but that's my cow. And what's the penalty if he steals a cow and makes a barbecue? Guys in the back, do you know the penalty? Stealing and shechting a cow. The penalty is fivefold. So you end up being rich now. You were lucky enough that he's going to pay you 5 times the worth of the cow. And if it was only a little lamb, how much does he pay? So you better be ready to pay all these things. Okay, so now we see though that here, and I pointed it out to Emil, he'll be here next week. Because Emil is going to give an argument why you are entitled to the appreciation of the jewelry. Just like if they entrusted you, if she gave you a lamb, and you swore, you didn't want to swear, you paid her for a lamb, $200. And suddenly, what does a lamb do? That guy over there, you see him, the thief, he took the lamb, he had it for 6 months. A lamb grows wool. After 6 months, how many sweaters does he have? He could have 2 or 3 sweaters from the lamb. Does he have to pay you back does he have to give you paid $100. He has now the lamb, he's willing to return the lamb, he wants to keep the sweaters. Can he keep the sweaters? Who does he return it to? Help me, who does he return it to? Does he return it to the one who had it, or does he return it to the woman? It says openly, he returns it to the woman. The appreciation of the sweaters goes to her, not to him. So Rava's argument, the person for next week is going to be Rava. Emil locked out being Rava, and he's going to argue that you are entitled to the appreciation. So this is part 1, and the video will continue next week. We thank you all for coming. Homework is page 35 in Hamafkid, and you can look up the sentences in Mishpatim. Thank you very much.